Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play You Don't Know Jack, The Ride. Full nudity. Let's scar people. Yeah, why not?
Hello, it's nice to see you. How many of you are there? Nobody else to play with? Well, who needs them? Is this your first time
Nobody
riding with
needs
us?
them.
Ah, yes, they always come back. May I have your name?
Okay, I made the bad joke last time. Let's let it pick our name for us here.
Were my instructions unclear? Please type in your name.
Nope.
What name should I give to someone who doesn't return my calls? Why don't I call you Agent? If you feel like buzzing, use the letter B.
Time for the acting.
I think you're really gonna love this episode. It's sort of like Pretty Woman meets Soylent Green.
Acting episode, definitely. Something like that. Maybe a movies episode.
It's time
I
for
don't
the show
know.
where high culture and pop culture.
And I did terrible in the movies episode of You Don't Know
This
Jack.
episode of You Don't Know Jack is sponsored by Celebrity Tax Write-Off Tinseltown Grill. It's like fried green tomatoes meets the Spice Girls. And now, here he is.
Please stop
the
bringing up
hardest-working
these
guy in
mashups.
Trivia, your host, Guy Towers.
Hey, welcome to the show. You know, you don't really have to get naked to be a player. As a matter of fact, don't. Really, I mean it.
But I've already taken off my pants.
Well, we're here. Hooray for Hollywood. Let's do it.
Okay. Hollywood.
Hit your buzzer. The category is...
Take me to your Hollywood theme restaurant.
Questions coming. If Planet Hollywood took over the Earth, who would not be one of our new rulers? Steven Seagal, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, or Whoopi Goldberg?
Who's not a part of that?
Your score will never be back. Okay, are we finished? Great. Steven Seagal is not one of the celebrity owners of Planet Hollywood. But if we're ever taken over by Planet Ponytail, you know who we'll be answering to.
Yeah, well,
All right, smack your...
small price to
Get
pay for
ready
glorious
for
ponytails.
How to get thin in Hollywood. Look out, here it comes. Considering the movie's premise, how would you abuse your body with a crash diet? Subsist solely on junk food, only eat the flesh of plane crash victims, eat no food, just have sex after car accidents, or amphetamines.
Never saw Crash. Let's guess it was about drugs.
Amphetamines? No, that's the diet of watching Speed and Speed 2 on an endless loop. Huh, all the smart people usually pick this one. Crash is that creepy movie about folks that are turned on by car accidents. And I'm guessing that eating something in the car is what probably causes those accidents in the first place. All right, buzz in and let's see what kind of dope. This one's called...
Wow, I picked the worst
Thou shalt
value out
like
there.
me. Thou shalt really like me. Ready, set, here you go. Which of the following Academy Awards moments could least likely be interpreted as breaking one of the 10 Commandments? Yelling, I'm the damn king of the world! Paying homage to your Oscar, being insanely jealous if someone else wins, or exposing your bosom at the ceremony?
And the only one that isn't against the 10 Commandments is nudity.
You know, there's nothing in the 10 Commandments that forbids being naked. But you know, after Billy Crystal exposed his bosom during the Titanic skid, I believe there should be. Alrighty, buzz in, and your category is... Zip codes are out. Velcro codes are in. Alright, $33.91 in your pocket if you can tell me this. If Beverly Hills 90210 had been set in Hollywood, which of these could it not have been called? Hollywood 90028, Hollywood 90068, Hollywood 90078, or Hollywood 90210?
I don't know.
Well, I would have picked this one. You because it's the zip code for Beverly Hills, it couldn't very well be one of the ones for Hollywood, now could it? See, we
I don't know
ask
where
you to know
Hollywood
the zip codes of every
extends.
town in America to play this game. We just ask you to pay attention. How much will this one be worth? Hit that buzzer.
I guess it was obvious, but no, I don't know.
You're 6 degrees from knowing him, and Bacon is his name. Oh, B-A-C-O-N, 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 and Kevin's his first name. Oh.
Welcome to Bacon. Don't forget, buzz in on the first letter of the correct answer to win the cash. And the bonus is yours if you can grab all 5 letters. And we're off. The blank up there.
Air.
Swish. This Kevin's a lawyer at JFK.
No, I don't know. Kevin Costner.
The blank picture.
The big picture, maybe?
That's a wrap. This Jack is in A Few Good Men.
That'd be Nicholson.
You know Jack. This Jamie Lee is in Halloween.
Curtis.
Ooh.
I heard that.
More letters with a
Curtis.
big bucks.
Yes, I
As of
went there.
1998 has not won in. Answer. Woo. Bacon. Nice bonus. Okay, my friend, there's your score. Let's see what you can do to it.
All together now.
How much
Only
cash you
make
playing
it
for?
worse.
Hey, looks good to me. And this one's called Cecil Sells Seashells to Cece. And away we go. What would you expect to see if you bought tickets to a collaboration between Cecil B. DeMille and C.C. DeVille? A silent film about Sesame Street, a black and white film about heavy metal, a musical about communists, or a sci-fi flick about nuclear weapons?
Cecil B. DeMille did black and whites, didn't he?
Cecil B. DeMille is an old-time movie director, and C.C. DeVille, well,
Poison.
duh, everybody knows he was in the band Poison.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing is, with black and white film, you tend to lose some of the effects of the eyeshadow on the boys.
Not really.
Hit that buzzer and let's see that. This baby's gonna be Lady Godiva, the original Rawhide. Question, please.
Boom up.
Given what prompted Lady Godiva's legendary ride, which of the following phrases might be used to pitch a movie about her? She wants sexual freedom, and she's naked. She goes off to war, and she's naked. She protests high taxes, and she's naked. Or she has the plague, and she's naked.
I recall hearing that was about taxes.
Lady G went buff in the saddle to get her hubby to lower taxes. Fortunately, Steve Forbes' advisors talked him out of recreating the stunt when he ran for president in '96. Ugh, thank the Lord. Hit that buzzer.
Could've
Let's
been
check
Bro.
out. This one will be. Get that thing out of my face. Hey, I'm sure we're all familiar with those sneaky photographers known as the paparazzi, right? Right. Well, if instead of attacking photographers, irritable actors took their aggressions out on the origin of the term paparazzi, what outrageous behavior might you see in the tabloids? George Clooney flipping off a comfy chair, Alec Baldwin spitting on a vegetable, Warren Beatty punching his father, or Sean Penn cursing an Italian film.
Huh.
The term paparazzi comes from a character in the Fellini film La Dolce Vita named Paparazzo. He's a professional photographer. I curse the film because I hate reading subtitles.
You would.
All right, Smith. It's roadkill time.
Ah, good. A little
Buzz in
roadkill
when you
to
see the
cleanse
answer
my
that you know
palate
the
of some of
two
these other
clues.
questions.
Don't forget to pay attention to those correct answers so you can figure out the bonus question. All right, then, let's slip her into gear. Super blank Sunday and a deep dish.
Bowl?
What do these two have in common? Blank off the buffalo and to mix up cards.
Shuffle. Score. So far, these are Hollywood terms.
Sunset blank and blank of broken
Boulevard.
dreams. Score. Equilateral geometrical shapes. And proof.
Squares. Yep, all terms that
Or mistress. And blank, I'm Adam.
Adam. Oh, dang it. I saw Adam and thought he even they gave it to me. Ah,
And 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals.
and
They're alive with the sound of music.
it'll.
Beverly Blank Cop.
Yeah. Beverly Hanson Cop. Huh.
All right, let's go for the bonus. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all famous LA streets? Rich women? Southern California landmarks? Things to do when you're bored? Places beginning with Ka-ching! Hey, congratulations, you're a star. Sort of.
Not even remotely.
All right, get a load of you. Let's keep going. All right, Buzz. And for your viewing pleasure, relax. Don't do it. And fasten your seatbelt. Look out, here it comes. If 80s dance band Frankie Goes to Hollywood actually leaves their hometown of Liverpool and goes to Hollywood, how far back will they have to set their watches? 3 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, or they won't have to?
From Hollywood to Liverpool, 8 hours.
Hollywood, California is 8 hours behind Liverpool, England. Of course, they're going to have to set their watches back about, 15 years if they want anyone in LA to actually care that they've arrived.
Yep.
Tickle your buzzer and let's see how much cash you're going to be playing for. The category is life before Spago. Questions coming. If there were a star-studded costume party at which celebs wore outfits commemorating Hollywood's original industry, what would TV audiences see? Susan Sarandon in Christmas decorations, Tom Hanks in a fig leaf, Tom Cruise with a hired escort, or Demi Moore in a coat of paint? Escort? No, I think Tom drives a Mercury Sable. Well, it seems so obvious now, doesn't it?
No.
Before the movie industry took over, Hollywood was known for growing figs. And
Huh.
nowadays, many of the Hollywood elite wear large, perfectly shaped silicone-injected fig leaves.
Well, you know.
Hit your buzzer and snag the cash. This baby's gonna be ancient Chinese death trap. Hey, you know that famous movie theater in Hollywood? You know, Mann's Chinese Theater? Well, suppose visitors to Mann's Chinese Theater encounter the same fate as the narrator in Thomas Mann's Death in Venice. What will happen to these tourists? They'll be poisoned, they'll kill each other in sword fights, they'll be crushed in a stampede, or they'll die of cholera.
The narrator?
Police say they have no information on the Mann's Theater stampede, except that the attackers left plenty of footprints behind. Back to you, Ron.
And this would be the right answer. The narrator of Death in Venice, along with a whole bunch of Venetians, dies of cholera.
Well, there you go. Mann's Chinese Theater. Come on, honey, let's go see the Hollywood sign.
I don't feel so good.
Alrighty, buzz it. Alright, let's see if we can rustle up a clue for you. Out west, they call me. I don't know about you, but they call me Roberta.
Something I'm not going to
Don't
know.
ask. Good luck.
I'll need luck. John Wayne. The shootist. Okay. Westerns characters? I don't know any of these. Not gonna be good for me. Cisco Kid, maybe? I guess it was HUD. Never watched many Westerns. Oh, I guess they did call him Dances with Wolves, didn't they? That was his name.
Let's check out that final score. There she blows.
Okay, that was certainly an episode. See you guys again tomorrow
This is
for
from
more.
my Baptist minister,
As
who
always,
instilled in me
I'll
at a
leave
very
you with the
young age
commercials.
the evils of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. This is for the kids at school who, by refusing my friendship, forced me to adapt and infiltrate any and all social cliques. This is for my older brother, whose bad taste in music gave me a CD collection large enough to drive any person under siege insane. I'm proud to be an officer for the ATF. We raid more homes and violate more constitutional rights by 9 a.m. than most criminals do in a day.
The ATF, keeping our country free for you and me.
I must have seen Mortgage 50 times already, and I'm back for more.
I've never personally dealt with the pain of a foreclosure, but up there on stage with the singing and the dancing, Mortgage makes it seem so real.
I thought my kids' problems with ADD were something I had to hide, but it was so empowering to see that soccer mom fight.
My child doesn't listen. My child cannot sleep. Doped up on Ritalin, he always makes me weep. He cannot concentrate. He tries to masturbate.
I'd pay 15% plus 50 points to see Mortgage again.
I mean, just think about it. Pot-smoking teens, philandering husbands, mothers addicted to painkillers. It's got everything. Mortgage is the true suburbia.
It's not every day you see a couple from two different tax brackets, suffering from chronic fatigue syndrome, find true love.
I love the tax assessor.
Drive the babysitter home. Will my hand begin to roam? Can't be more than sweet 16.
Don't worry, we won't be seen.
My appraisal, I give it a prime rate.
I'm just glad they left the ending open for a second mortgage.
Mortgage, the musical everyone's talking about. Playing at a community theater near you.
Tickets for her and a friend to a Spice Girls concert, $80. An autographed jersey of his favorite athlete, $240. The latest video game system, $150. Surveillance photos of their mom's new boyfriend with another woman, $400. Every other weekend of your children's undying love, priceless. Money can't buy your kids' love, but with Platinum Credit Master, you can charge it.
This Friday, the Home Entertainment Channel brings you Catholic Confessions. Hear and see the deepest secrets of these faithful churchgoers through the use of hidden cameras in a confessional booth.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Could you please speak up and lean back slightly?
Watch as these hell-bound sinners make a break for heaven.
Well, I covet my neighbor's wife.
And does she covet you back?
These priests have heard it all, and now so will you. These are some of the most original sins ever.
Could you describe these impure thoughts?
Explicitly?
Please, it's important.
Remember, if they weren't guilty of something, they wouldn't be here. Friday on AGC.
How many times has this happened to you?
Daddy, what's the difference between absolute and relative surplus value according to Marx?
Go play with this ball, honey.
Middle-class buffoon.
Well, it won't happen again.
Look what I have for you, sugar.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome, sweetie.
The brightly colored pictures help me understand the general law of capitalist accumulation. And the pop-up stick figures tell me all about heterogeneous and serial manufacture.
Yep.
There's even a scratch and sniff chapter about machinery and modern industry.
That's right, honey.
Daddy, you're the greatest. Now, can you tell me how the expression of female sexuality can challenge the patriarchal order?
I love you, pumpkin.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Also available, the Gross Anatomy Book of Cutout Dolls and the Kama Sutra playset.
Yeah, can I get the steak without the meat?
Sorry, sir, that's not possible.
Ugh, where does a vegetarian have to go to get a decent meal around here?
Come on down to Joe's Backyard for 2 acres of vegetarian delight. For only $9.99, I'll set you out to pasture, and that includes unlimited returns to my grass buffet.
Now I don't have to stay home when my non-vegetarian friends go out to eat. I can even bring my dog.
Depending on the time of year, we've got 4-leaf clovers, dandelions, daisies, crabgrass, and of course our most popular item, good old-fashioned grass.
I'm a vegan, and I feel more comfortable knowing that my dinner wasn't cooked in the same pan as some helpless hunk of butter.
I like not having to use utensils. It's so natural.
Wow, look how green that grass is under Joe's lawn chair. My mouth is watering. Let's graze.
Hey, Joe, why is it called Joe's Backyard?
Because I'm Joe, and it's my backyard.
Next week on Round and Round and Round and Round and Round Table, Doctors Alan Gurm and Gerald Meatbottom discuss the controversial new sleep-inducing therapy for insomnia sufferers, getting up and getting a glass of water.
But so much is unknown about the effects of getting up and getting a glass of water. There are dangers of spillage, broken glass, water supply. I mean, what do they do with the water once they have it?
Well, we advise they drink it, although we found that handing it to a family member has produced some positive results.
Watch as our panelists discuss this controversial new sleep aid and similar therapies.
Some of your more irresponsible colleagues are now prescribing other more radical treatments like sitting up and having a ham sandwich or even running around with a plate of Jell-O.
Well, we certainly wouldn't support that kind of behavior because of the risks involved, especially to children.
Tune in for Get Up and Get Yourself a Glass of Danger, Saturday on Round and Round and Round and Round and Round Table.